I have had to update my phone for longer than I would like to admit. Um, it's been telling me that I haven't had enough storage. I delete stuff, it somehow fills back up. It's without me taking any other videos, photos, whatever. Um, I couldn't even use the Sheets app. I couldn't even get on the Sheets app at all because my phone was not updated. I just had to delete it. Um, I spent weeks deleting stuff, trying to get enough storage. I had 10 gigabytes of storage available at one point. It was telling me I needed 8. However, it still would not update. It said that I could update on the computer. So I tried to update it on iTunes and it turned my phone into a brick. If you don't know what that means, neither do I, but my phone was completely white, the screen, and then at the bottom it said swipe up to upgrade. If that sounds like a Timu thing to you, it did to me as well. However, what else was I going to do? I swiped up to upgrade and it asked me for my PIN. So I put in my PIN and it just restarted and it went through this loop forever.
I forgot to mention at one point my phone did show a screen that said to go to support.apple.com, whatever. So I did that and I got this screen that looked like I was the millionth visitor to a sketchy website. The website was also of zero help because I was unable to restart my device, or restarting it did absolutely nothing.
So the next day, I went to Xfinity, my cell phone carrier. But before that, I needed to get dressed. I needed to know what the weather was like. So I had to step foot on my porch to find that out. And let me tell you what a nice morning it was. It was a good time doing that. And the night before, I had to set a physical alarm clock to use. That was humbling as well. And then in the car, I obviously couldn't use my Spotify because, God forbid, Subaru adds a Spotify app. All we can hope for is to use that Walmart app that they have generously given us. Thank you, Subaru. So I turned on the radio and this Carrie Underwood song came on. I forget what it's called. It's not Before He Cheats, but I forgot about that song. I was more than happy to find out about that song again. So, yeah, there has been benefits already so far. Um, so I listened to that Carrie Underwood song, had a good time, and we went to Xfinity. We had to wait around a half an hour, even though they just opened, but I was desperate, so I was happy to do so. They had lemons available to eat. I was very tempted to do so, but I had acid reflux that morning. I tried to play a marble game on a phone, one of those flip phones that they have, the Galaxies. It was cemented into the display stand, so I could not play the marble game. There was another Galaxy that had a stylus and a drawing app, and I drew an immaculate photo, art piece, artwork of a flower with a caterpillar on it. And the AI helped me transform this art piece into like a Picasso. This it blew my mind. I want a copy of it, but I could not. I couldn't send it to myself, unfortunately. Um, I also couldn't sign it. So if anybody goes to the State College Xfinity, just know that that is my artwork. Do not get rid of it. Thank you.
I also forgot to mention that this one app on this phone would not generate an AI image of this snowy cabin because it was concerned that
It's
the content might
inappropriate.
be inappropriate.
So after waiting half an hour at Xfinity, they told me that their computer could not recognize my phone, unfortunately. So they said go to Best Buy. So I set up an appointment at the Geek Squad at Best Buy, the building within a building, and I explained what happened to my phone. And the guy, this is the third time I had to explain this to someone. Thank God he said, "Oh, your phone's a brick now." I said, "Yes, it is. Thank you." And he brought me a consent form because they had to restore my phone. And as I was saying it, I was like, I feel like this episode of Bob's Burgers. And the guy was like, oh, like, there's so many ways to back it up now. And I'm like, this is a better experience than it could have been. So they restored my phone, gave it back to me. I came home, plugged it into my computer to get my backup from last night, which thank God was there. Um, and once it was like 2 hours for it to back it up, whatever, backing up. um, but I didn't care. It was almost 24 hours at this point. I didn't care. I just wanted my phone back. Like, I don't even want my phone that bad, but do you have the Finch app? Because I have the Finch app and I was so worried about my cheap. Okay. I just wanted my cheap to be okay. I wanted to see what her adventure was that day. I wanted to change my outfit and all that. So, 2 hours later, my it was done, and I opened my phone, and it's a white screen that says "swipe up to upgrade." And I was very scared to what to do next, but hesitantly, I swiped up, and I put in my passcode, and it worked. My phone turned on, and my phone was also updated to iOS 26. I couldn't believe it. I'm so happy. And not only that, I go in my storage and I have 28 gigabytes available now. Where 2 weeks ago, and for the past year at least, I've been running on like negative storage. And then I had 10 gigabytes and now I have 28, all from factory resetting. And all my apps are back downloaded because I had to undownload them so I had more storage before. So explain that, Apple.